What's up, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Allthemods 7. Today, we finish up where we left off on last episode. We finally got our spawn eggs and everything going, but we've run into some issues. Of course, we've run into some issues. If you guys are liking these episodes, make sure to hit that sub button, hit that like button. It really helps out the videos, and I really appreciate it. These videos are a ton of fun to make, and it does take me a decent amount of time, so any kind of support is absolutely amazing. I've been working really hard on a sneak preview of some things coming out for Allthemods 8. I think I can safely say it's going to be out within the next week. I'm really excited about it, and there's going to be a lot of cool things that you get to check out. So if you're interested in Allthemods 8, a server will be coming up soon. You should be able to see it. I'll make an announcement for it in the community section where I do posts and stuff, so keep an eye out. So let's jump right back in. All right, now we can start putting this dumb stuff up. That can go to the garbage can. We put all this dumb stuff up, and let's get started with actually making our mob farm. It only took me 35 minutes. We're going to make ourselves a bunch of mob crushers real quick. Bam. We're gonna make ourselves a bunch of these upgrades real quick, particularly the luck and everything like that. Grab a stack of these. We're gonna break these out right here, and then we're gonna put these down. Then we're going to put the upgrades inside. Actually, I don't think those should be there. Usually, actually, how I've been doing it is I've been taking and putting a 3x3 underneath this, because while this works and they blow over there and they get stuck, the 3x3 basically grinds them up. If there's, like, what we could do is we could actually just do it right here. What I did when I was doing this on my server is I just grabbed some redstone blocks and stuck those down there so they would stay on. And then we put the grinders right there. We could do that over there too. Ow. Ow. Good thing I'm wearing that armor, because I'd die if I wasn't. Go ahead and finish upgrading all of these, and we can put all the excess up. All right, before we set up our spawners, let's go ahead and grab more buckets. And then we're going to do just like I just did. We're going to grab some seeds, and we're going to go ahead and make all of these different things, all these different spawners that I've already made. And now let's go have a party with some chickens. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chickens to be alive right now.
Happy birthday, Taco! Happy birthday, Taco! Happy birthday.
That is not how you play that song. Come on, spawn me a chicken. You can do it. I just need one any day now. Oh.
No.
And now we get ready to place them all. So do note, this pickup upgrade is fantastic, but the way we're going to set this up, so you guys know in general, the way this is going to be set up is if you have this magnet upgrade set and everything gets in here, you could probably actually just do yourself better and make a void upgrade, which, you know, we're probably going to end up doing. We'll do that later. But essentially, the way we're setting this up is when this pulls in and outputs to this thing and it comes in here and then it needs to be voided, what's going to end up happening is that everything that's in here is set to a blacklist. So you have to blacklist all the items you don't want deleted. So if I were to say, oopsie, I'm going to just accidentally drop my pickaxe, that thing will suck it up and will instantly delete it. So just keep that in mind when you're doing this, okay? Just keep it in mind. So I'm going to go ahead and stack these up here. Oh, no, that's not what I meant to do. So if I did grab this off, grab all 3 of these off, comparator. Just want to make sure it's stacked up to the ceiling so they don't spawn in the ceiling, and that's important. Let's go ahead and make us a bunch of those 2-button switches. Grab us some ender pearls and get all these set up. Each ender pearl, so each one of these, if I just grab and right click here, I could just all put it out to this right here. So we're just gonna go ahead and link all these up. All right, so now all of these are now set. Oh, I gotta turn my magnet off. Fair warning, turn your magnet off. And now we want to get everything that we can to upgrade this stuff. So we're going to need a lot of clocks, like a lot of clocks. And we're also going to need to change each of these spawners, okay? Let's do that. Let's do that one first. That one's probably a smarter thing to do. Skeleton spawner? Nah. Zombie spawner? Nah. Now it's a slime spawner. We can keep the blaze spawner. That's fine. We want a creeper spawner and an enderman spawner and a wilden stalker and a cave creeper. Now let's get all of these set up with the billions of different things that you need, like all the sugar. I think the most important thing is actually the blaze rods. I think that's like one of the most important things. So you basically just need to take and get quartz, right? You want to take quartz and stick it in your offhand. So take here like this. And then you take the blaze rod and you want to make sure we turn this spawn range down. You see the activation range, all that stuff doesn't matter. We want to make sure we turn the spawn range down to 2 on each of these. We want to keep them in this little circle. 2 is going to be just far enough where it's out where they'll stay in this little area. It's going to do the same thing over here. And now we need a bunch of soul lights so we can ignore light here. We want to get a bunch of chorus fruit so that way we can make sure that these ignore AI. So when they spawn, they just fall to the ground and they're like, oh my god, what's going on? And also a very important thing is nether stars, which we have like 15,000 of. We want to make sure all of these ignore players so that way they can run whether I'm close by or not. And some of these will need more than that. Some of these will actually need, like gas tiers are going to be really good. We need those for the creepers. But some of these will actually need a little bit more stuff. They're going to need dragon eggs, which dragon eggs makes it ignore conditions entirely. I am going to go ahead and grab some wool that we have in here, and I'm going to use this as well because wool actually makes it where it's silent, so they don't make a bunch of noise when they're getting grinded up and dying. That sounds like we're the bad guys, doesn't it? And now for the annoying part and just right-clicking with a clock until it's full. And now that those are all done, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that well, let's check to see. Do we have any gas tiers? We do. Okay, so we're going to grab our gas tiers out, and then let's see if we have any fermented spider eyes. We also have that. What I'm actually going to do, so fermented spider eyes take sugar, spider eyes, and then brown mushrooms. The only thing that actually doesn't drop from mobs are these brown mushrooms. Nothing that doesn't drop from anything. You actually have to grow these. So if we had like nature essence plus a dirt essence, which we could go make a seed real quick, but essentially you just grow these. They're not that hard. If we had just one brown mushroom, just one, that would be enough, but we don't. So what I'm actually going to do is, because gas tiers are very important and we need a bunch of them, the best way to get them is through creepers. So I'm just going to right click this, and you see the spawn count is at 1. Honestly, because we have over there, we have a witch. The witch is going to be dropping us spider eyes and everything. So for the time being, I'm just going to upgrade this creeper spawner. It's just so we can spawn more creepers, and that's all we really need. And then now those are done, except for one thing. We need an ender inhibitor. That's extremely important so endermen just don't start teleporting everywhere. What this sucker does is you place this down anywhere and make sure that that little button is pressed on, and it makes it where the endermen don't just go and randomly die, right? Or randomly teleport places. So if I turn this on, we've got some lovely mob spawners. I do see something though. These 2 fans back here are not actually attached to anything because I broke them. So let me grab 2 ender pearls here, and we turn on our magnet upgrade here and go at it. So I'm going to let this thing suck up fast and suck up for a while so I can tell it what we do and we don't want, okay? So it's going to grab everything, and it's going to push everything to this corner over here, and it's going to suck everything up in the radius. I'm going to let this run for a little bit just so I can get a feel for everything that's going to spawn so we can pump all of that stuff out and delete it. Okay, so after running this for just the smallest amount of time, there is something that I want you guys to note. You can see that it continuously goes here. If I turn this off real quick, we can just leave those there. They're not going to blow anything, do anything. So you know that there's a bunch of hats here, and they're actually, why are these all... Usually you would use the witch hats because the witch hats can just turn into whatever you want it to be. Namely, you can get redstone out of it, and that's a really big thing. Same for glowstone dust. But apparently they want to make these like have enchantments and stuff, and that's not going to work because then you can't put these into a storage drawer. That's what I did before, but because these have enchantments, you can't do that anymore. So instead, we're going to have to delete them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add everything in here that I want to keep. And now that I've got everything that I wanted to keep, I got one of each of the things that I wanted to keep. I'm going to come over here. We're actually going to clear this. I want to just clear it real quick. So let me make some room in my backpack to do that, so we can start fresh and brand new. And then we're just going to shift click each one of these in that I want. Just because I have anxiety, I'm going to shift click them all again. Make sure that you set this to blacklist. If you don't set this to blacklist and you turn it to whitelist and you do this setup, basically when I connect this pipe, what's going to end up happening is everything that's in this chest that I don't want will get pulled out. And that I don't want is set up on a blacklist. So keep that in mind. So now I just need an item pipe, and we're going to just connect to here. And we should see everything that I don't want. I don't really care for bones. Everything that I don't want is now going to be pulled out and all deleted. Now this is all set up. I can just shove everything back in here and then just let her rip. And eventually, yes, I will need some more stack upgrades, but for right now, this is pretty good, to be honest with you. And I just want you to know that this is with the lowest settings in terms of spawns. Each one of those guys, when we get enough mushrooms, the brown mushrooms, will actually make these spawners a billion times better and a billion times faster. Matter of fact, I want to show you guys. Let me leave this on for a little bit. Let me go grab some brown mushrooms, make a bunch of them, and we'll be good to go. Beautiful. All right, now that I got some brown mushrooms, I'm just going to go ahead and throw one in here so we can go ahead and start growing them. I've got this linked up and everything. And we also have, you know, a stack and a half for this. We'll have to put that seed up a little. We'll just go put this seed up right here. Also went and grabbed me, so I found these Eldenwood stuff. We need some of these later. I'll explain those later, but you need some of those. So grab some of those if you see them. Just to show you how good this thing is, okay? Just to show you how good it is. We got us a bunch of fermented spider eyes. Let's come over here and let's use it on the creeper spawner. Let's go ahead and max that out. Now we got up to 16 spawns. This will spawn 16 per. Are we going to be able to upgrade everything? Let's grab a couple of stacks of gas tiers so that way you can go ahead and upgrade everything too. So this is at spawn count 16, but we can gas tier this up to 32. And let's do the same to over here. So we just got to run this for a second. Let's see how it runs now. Beautiful. Oh my God. As long as it kills it fast enough, it doesn't really matter, which it looks like it is. How fast is this adding up? Oh my God. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, so now we got a little bit of an issue setting this stuff up. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, or the slimes in the room. Right now we have an issue. Even though that fan works and pushes all the way down, I had to rearrange these and move these over so that fan can work. These fans work and everything. For whatever reason, these slimes are floating on top of these things and they're not actually getting killed at all, which is kind of, I don't really know why. I gotta make my way to it. There's just a bunch of slimes that spawned and I don't really know what's happening. Okay, so also something's going on in here. When I broke this, some kind of bug happened and it actually deleted the filter that we were using. I'm going to have to fix that somehow, some way or another. And I think we're going to actually do it differently. I think I'm actually going to make it so I don't have to worry about turning it on or off ever again. I think what I'm actually going to do is just set up a filter for all the things that I want deleted. I think that might be a little bit easier, but I could be completely wrong. So we're just going to try it out. I'm going to grab a different pipe upgrade so that way I can use that one as a backup. So let me grab one of these real quick. And then we're going to try and set this up. I want to set this up at the top again, like I had it before, but for whatever reason, it doesn't want to work. So the reason that I kind of worry about doing this method is if I do this and I don't put something in here right, it's going to mess up and these things won't get deleted and the inventory will get really full. So that's something I like to keep in mind. Also keep getting these stupid lollipops. I don't want these lollipops. We're going to go ahead and shove this pipe upgrade in here. Obviously, it's not going to do anything. We are going to keep this set to a whitelist this time, but that's okay. We're going to pull out everything that we want to pull out of here to delete. So if I come in here and I stick this hat in here, right? It's a bolstering witch hat. I can click edit. Realistically, this match only provided tag should work because it's going to try and say, okay, provide, I only want to grab this right here, which is the I can't speak. I know I can't speak. I've never been good at this. So it's probably only going to match the ID here, hopefully, and which is the witch hat, which I'm okay with. So if I click submit, that should, in theory, pull this out whenever we get a trash can in there. So this is set to whitelist, and because we have something in here set to whitelist, I could potentially just lose everything here. But do we throw it to the trash can? Is that what we do? Do we throw it to the trash can and just test it? Since it's okay, I gotta have faith in what I'm saying, okay? Since it's set to a whitelist, it's only going to pull these things, right? And it should only pull the witch hats. So I've got to have faith that it does nothing. So let's edit this. We could just get rid of the NBT data at all. We could just clear all of it. If we click remove, it's over with. It'll kill everything. So we could just delete the MBT data here and click submit, and then we can come over here and click edit, and then we can do regular. And then that should, there it goes. Okay, so we just need to get rid of the MBT data there, which that actually set it to work. So we could actually just continue adding stuff here. So we can go edit, get rid of this, and then click submit, and then that'll get rid of those. And then we could do that with each one of these. Okay, so now that that's done, now that we've done each of those, now we should be able to put these things in here and they will be deleted. Just like that. I'm okay with that. I don't know if I said it or not. Ow, ow. I've replaced these over here with 2 witch spawners, and we have a slime spawner. I don't know if I said that or not, but I've replaced these 2 with a witch spawner, and I actually had a 3rd witch spawner set up, and needless to say, I screwed that up, and now we have just 2. Because I accidentally broke it and it turned into a spawner scrap. Now we have to fix the issue of these things not dying for whatever reason. So the only way for us to properly do this should actually pick these things up in here, and I'm gonna actually turn that magnet off so I can fix that. I'm gonna break these, I'm gonna break all of this, and I'm gonna see what's going on here to see why these guys aren't dying and what do I need to do to kill them. So let's go ahead and just grab one of these right here, and then I'm gonna just put all these damaged things in here, and then I'm gonna put a block of redstone above it. So that thing is actually, they're not actually taking damage, which is interesting. So I guess slimes actually can't get damage. It's weird because these things were getting, like some of these were getting damaged, and I don't really know why. They're down to half a heart. Like it should theoretically kill it, which is kind of weird. We're just gonna put these back in here because it should kill them. It hit that one, which is kind of weird. It's just weird that these slimes don't actually get hurt, and I guess it's because when they die or whatever and they turn into little spawns, they don't actually change, which is kind of weird. Like they should definitely die. And I actually kind of wonder something. We go back over here and we turn this on. See, some of them are taking damage. Oh no, my inventory's full. This is the problem we run into, is these slimes actually get trapped because of all the baby slimes that died. And while all the witches and stuff are dying, which is good, we aren't killing the slimes. So that's a problem. And you see all those items down there not being picked up because this is not turned on? Whew, that was quick. Oh my God. See, these guys are just all trapped in there. I don't think it's recognizing these right here. And I guess the only way to test this out is to get rid of the AI. So let's get rid of that. So if you ever want to do this and you're not sure how to do this, you can actually turn all of the things off that you don't want. So let's say if you give it light or whatever, make it ignore light or whatever, you can actually change that up by doing this right here. You take and you put a piece of nether quartz inside of your offhand, and then when you right click with the item that whatever it is that you were using, so in this case, I'm actually trying to make it where it has an AI. When I right click with the thing that takes away the AI as if with the nether quartz in my offhand, it will give it a AI back again. If I can speak, that's a lot. But yeah, essentially now it has AI. So let's clean this up. And now let's try it again. Interesting. That seemed to work for now. I guess because the AI, maybe that's what's going on. I guess the AI prevented it for, oh, Jesus. You know what? I don't think I actually turned this thing on silent, did I? Is this thing set to silent? Oh my, it's set to silent and they're so loud. Oh God, we're gonna have to turn that off. Let me go over here and do slime. All right, much better. Now all we hear is the sounds of, oh God. Why is this not pulling? Oh, it messed up again. So something is going on with this, and I'm not really sure what's going on. So whenever it feels, this is the thing that I was talking about. Whenever it feels like this and these hats, all of these hats get like pretty much picking up these kinds of hats or whatever with the NBTs, as soon as you start reading the NBT data, it actually messes up like this and we get these issues where it feels like this, which is not good. And because of that, it actually breaks this item pipe right here so that the item pipe doesn't work anymore, which is kind of interesting to say the least. And the other interesting part about this is when I break this, it will actually not give me back my ultimate pipe upgrade. So the only actual workaround to this, which is kind of important to take a look at, is that we need to actually replace one of these stack upgrades with a tier up or with a void upgrade, because it's not going to work like this. There are other options. So we could just do, like I'm saying, where we don't pick this up or we do a void option or whatever, which we could actually just go ahead and make this void upgrade, which I think we already did. We did. Okay, so I can actually take this out for the time being, and then I can come over here to this void upgrade right here, and we want to make sure that we allow this right here. So if I click that and I click only works right here, make sure it's ignoring MBT and everything, and I shift click or pick these up, these should all just get deleted. And that way it at least deletes it. The problem here now, we can't take the stack upgrade out with all of these things in here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set this chest up in a different way. First off, I'm gonna make use of these drawer systems over here. I'm gonna take anything out that's over here. I'm gonna take them out and I'm gonna put them over there so that way we can have a spot for all of them. Now I'm going to place each one over here. And then I'm going to upgrade these for the things that I don't need a whole lot of, like that's just gonna take up space, like sticks, stone, stuff like that. I'm just gonna hit it with this void upgrade just because I don't want it. I mean, honestly, it's probably just, let's just do all of them. Who am I kidding? And then now we just upgrade these. Finally, we're going to switch this to multiple. Make sure it's set to add. We're going to right click here. Oh, we gotta wait. Okay. We're going to come over here and we're going to right click this so we can get this to be our selection here. Oh, right click here. Shift right click here. Oh, we didn't add these. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shift click here and I'm going to put in one of those pipe upgrades. And this will pump anything out that's in here like that I have set up over there. And it'll pump it into the drawer instead. All right, so I'm just going to speed this up by grabbing another one right here, doing the same thing. And the more that I put on the sides, the better. So the faster it'll go, the faster it'll pump into this storage drawer. And this should clear it up in no time.
2,000 years later.
And we got it. Sweet. Everything's in here that I want to. We got an extra stack upgrade here. But what we could do now is come over here and make sure that we void all the things that we don't want in here. And honestly, I should have set this up already with storage drawers because that's how I've done it in almost every single one of my playthroughs so far. Like the speed run that I did it in this. I've done it multiple times like this. So let me clean this up and get it all connected again. So we won't be needing this trash can anymore because the void upgrade is actually done inside of this thing now. So which is pretty cool. So let's turn this on and see how it works. So anything that I want deleted, like anything that comes in here that I want deleted, that I want pulled out and everything, so that way I can keep taking care of it, all I have to do is just add it to this void upgrade. The reason why I'm actually putting slimes in here is because slime pearls are actually used to make fertile essence, and fertile essence is used to make the lily pads of fertility. And on the next episode, I'm actually going to show you guys how to set up a vanilla, well, almost vanilla. I can't say vanilla. I'm going to show you guys how to set up a Inferium farm that's actually insane, which is pretty cool, and I can show you guys how to do this. It's pretty wild, I'm not gonna lie. There's a couple of ways that you could do it, but it's just pretty nice. I've kind of tested a billion different ways to do this. So you could actually make a 9x9 of these, and you need a ton of Inferium for some of the seeds and stuff, so I do want to show you like exactly how to set it up and like one of the best methods to do it. See, now we got some more MBT items in here. We want to make sure that we throw these in here so that they get deleted. And this will keep it clean. Another reason why I wanted slimes is because slimes actually drop these right here, these water shards. And I am going to need those for elemental craft once upon a blue moon when we get into that. So now let's clean this up a little bit. Oh, we got another pair of leggings in there that needs to be deleted. Let's clean this up a little bit so that way we can take care of this and it doesn't overflow. One of the things that I want to do is I want to make sure that we're pulling out this raw iron and gold so that way we can get this smelted. And because it is connected to this external storage, we can't pull it into and out of our system. So we're going to go set up and pull a way to pull this out of our system and get it automatically smelted. So if we come over here to this system right here, we see that this is an importer, so this is going to import everything here. And we have a basic setup here, which is just the purifying factory going into the crushing factory, to the enriching factory, up into the unobtainium furnace. So this is just effectively doubles our stuff. Obviously, we're missing a spot because I pushed it over there, but this just basically doubles our stuff. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to break this and this one. And then since we have a storage control over here that sets this up over here, this is an external storage. We can also put an exporter on this to export all the raw iron that we get into our system as well. So I'm gonna grab an advanced exporter here. I'm gonna stick it on the front and then I'm gonna configure it real quick. So just go ahead and type in raw and grab all of the raw stuff that we want smelted and doubled and everything like that. Why did it turn on? This isn't connected. Okay, my place is haunted. All right, where is it getting? I don't know what's going on, but That's all right. Cool. Cool, I guess. All right. And now, once this is all put in here like this, we could just connect it like this, and it should start shoving some stuff in here. But we need to give it some upgrades. There we go. Should make it a little bit faster. And if this is working correctly, it should now be pulling out of here, which as we see those numbers are going down, so it is. So this takes care of our spawners. Now, there is a lot more, or there's a lot of other spawners that you can actually get to get certain items and things. It's actually really cool. Just make sure you just go double check. I said this in the last episode, but like, let's say if you wanted to find something, like if you wanted to say emeralds, right? Or you wanted to find a way to get emeralds. If a mob drops emeralds, like we can see here with a cave creeper, it will drop an emerald, or the evoker will drop an emerald. I think there's one more, the vindicator, right? And these guys will drop emeralds. You need a lot of emeralds, like 4.3 million emeralds to be able to make the stars. So I do want to add one more spawner, maybe two more spawners over here. Let's see, we have 4 right there. One of them. Let's add one just for the idea of putting them together, right? And let's go find us an evoker so I can go ahead and set this up. And it looks like we haven't crafted this yet, but this is a structure compass. I guess I haven't crafted in this playthrough, but we're gonna make this real quick. So a structure compass works very much similar to nature's compass. It's basically you shift right click and it allows you to look for things, like look for certain structures within the world. So if I wanted to find a mansion, which is what you have to find an evoker, if I click start searching, at the bottom left you can see that it's searching for things. Search complete. If it finds one, it will tell you there is not one, so that's not good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do /RTP, and we'll do it when we get there. So we're going to do the same thing, just going to right click and it'll start looking, and now it's found one 3,600 meters that way. Let's go. I swear I have the hardest problems just trying to focus. I can't, it's like I see a city and I want to go loot it, and I'm like, oh hey, a city. We're like right next to this thing, but I want to loot the city too. Okay, so here we go. Here's the mansion. This is what it looks like. Apparently this is a vanilla thing. I've actually never seen it out in like mod. I mean, it took me a while to even see it in modded actually. I wonder if I can just, oh. We're gonna mob swab an evoker and a wait, what? Oh, ow. Okay, I was gonna say, why aren't they attacking me? Okay, so the vindicators are obviously mad. So we find an evoker, bam, swab him, and let's get out of here. Excuse me, pardon me. We'll see what else is in here actually. All right, there really isn't much in these places, huh? Just some books and stuff. Using our mob swabs, we're gonna go ahead and grab us some of that chicken stuff. And here we go, both of the feeds for a vindicator and an evoker. Let's go feed some chickens. Hey chicken, hey buddy. And now let's turn this off. Look at all that experience on the ground there. All the slimes just hopping around. Go ahead and change these to what I want it to be. So bam, that should change it to this one. And let's go ahead and upgrade it all the way. All right, I think all of these are set up now. We just click, and I just realized we got to turn this sucker back on. Turn this back on, and let's see it go. Yeah, we're going to have emeralds in no time. Easy peasy. We just got to make sure we get these deleted. And we're going to have a bunch of charms of undying too, apparently. And yeah, we're just going to let this stack up. I mean, we could just let this continuously stack up. We don't even need to do anything here. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. All right, I think this wraps it up for today's episode. I am kind of happy where we're getting this. I mean, we're getting a bunch of infinite diamonds, emeralds, all this other stuff, and this is a ton faster than bees. Now, granted, you could definitely get bees and seeds to be a whole lot faster than this, but I'm just gonna be real with y'all. This is the fastest way. You don't need any power. You could actually set all of this up with just a chest and some storage drawers. And actually, if you do want to see all of this in action, you could head over to my Twitch channel where I show you how I set all of this up. I got all of these cave creepers, the witch spawners, all this other stuff set up from starting from scratch, brand new, in about 6 hours. 6 hours of game time. I've been doing a lot of these live streams, practicing my speed runs for Allthemods 7, and so far we've knocked off about 6-ish hours ahead of time on how I want to do things. And next episode, I'm going to show you guys how to set up a really, really nice Inferium farm that only requires some Inferium, some farmland, some water, and this little cave setup that we have behind us. Make sure you stay tuned As always, thank you guys for watching, and bye!